Was this really a case of Meghan goes to Washington? Those political ambitions? Well, not quite, but as ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today in the very heart of course, a beautiful green Kensington. Nice to have your company. Whatever you do, we'll have a lovely wave. Thank you so much as ever for joining me. And thank you also for pointing out those terrible sites that keep popping up that I do report about them, who are literally using my name, my picture, and basically saying things that, as many people realise, I never said. So, you know, they have been reported, but thank you for highlighting that to me. It's very important, of course, but ridiculous because these people hide behind AI voices, bots, all that sort of stuff. Isn't the world stupid? You know what I mean? Suddenly you're allowed to do things like that, but don't worry. Thanks to the team and the chums on here, we know what the truth is, right? Let's get back, of course, to your royal story of the day. Meghan Markle, yes, suddenly goes to Washington. Well, not quite. As we know, apparently, according to sources, Meghan Markle was in hermit mode recently, which normally happens when you attack her. She disappears and then pops out with some sort of stress patches, and suddenly she's back in the game again. Then she gets knocked down again and pops back up. She's like one of those things, do you remember from the 80s, the Weebles? Who remembers those? Yeah, you flick them and they pop back up. Do you remember? That's what I think Meghan Markle is truly like. What's fascinating about this particular story is people are sort of speculating as to why did she pop up at this birthday party? A birthday party for a very beautiful actress, in fact, Kerry Washington. Well, they are sort of friends of sorts, but let's be brutally honest. Meghan Markle would never have been in the same circle if she had not have married into the British monarchy. At this party were the likes of the newly single Jessica Alba, amongst others. I've met Jessica, another beautiful lady as well. But consequently, Meghan was there really to allegedly celebrate the birthday party. Or was she? No, the thing is, she's been told to get out, mingle, mix and see who she can secure, because obviously, as she knows, things are on a knife edge. And as I've told you before, this podcast may never happen. And what you've got to do in the world of Hollywood, it's not about parties, you know. If you've ever been to Hollywood, and many people have been, and you will know this, most parties, you know, finish around about 9 o'clock, or they did in the old days, because people were either working and had to be up early for studios. So they normally had everything like birthday parties between 5 and 8. So you could go home by 9, you get the picture. But these were never parties. These were things where you connected, met producers, directors, writers, other stars, and connected that way. Meghan has been told she has to secure some reasonable names. I mean, you know, obviously, as I pointed out to you before, it's becoming very difficult because people do not want to be on a podcast unless it's proven successful. Now, the bigger problem for Meghan is what is successful. Now, for her, of course, as we know, she has the cooking show coming up in around about a month's time now, and the guest list has been underwhelming, to say the least. But in Meghan's eyes, she still believes that she can secure the big A-list names. But what's come forward, even on the first series, was Beyoncé was too busy, and of course the likes of Taylor Swift gave her short shrift. But Meghan is nothing but a trier, and she went out to that particular party to try and get people of interest that may wish to sit down with her talking on her podcast. How do we know this? Well, she gave out cards with her producer's number on. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.